Welcome to Design of Reinforced Concrete Structure. In previous chapter, we are saw some retaining wall types, behavior of retaining wall, and different types of retaining wall. In which we saw that gravity retaining wall, cantilever retaining wall, in which T shape, L shape, and T shape with shear key. Counter for retaining wall, buttress retaining wall, bridge abutment also considered in retaining wall structure, box culvert, pair of counterfort retaining wall like this, force acting on retaining wall. Let us discuss on force acting on retaining wall. Previously we are discussing, but for this we have to discuss it like this is the retaining wall, stem, base of retaining wall. In base, heel and toe backward area is totally filled with material. Forward area it means front area of the retaining wall filled with depth D, earth pressure, force, uplift pressure, divided retaining wall into two parts for total pressure of retaining wall, pressure diagram for active earth pressure, pressure diagram for passive earth pressure, weight 1, weight 2, weight 3 are considered as different weight as per different types of components. The various force acting on retaining wall, lateral earth pressure, self weight of retaining wall, weight of soil above the base slab, surcharge force due to load on the earth surface, soil reaction below base slab, frictional force at the bottom of base slab, lateral earth pressure. Lateral earth pressure due to earth pressure is the major force acting on the retaining wall. Sorry for the disturbance. Active earth pressure by Rankine theory. Uh, in previous chapter, we also study about Rankine pressures, not detailed, but in little, in which drive or moist backfill with no surcharge, submerged backfill with uniform surcharge, backfill with sloping surcharge, inclined back and surcharge. The all components and the odd theory of Rankine are discussed previous, so I skip all these. Now, the point is stability of cantilever retaining wall, weight of the stem, weight of base slab, weight of soil support on heel slab, horizontal active pressure acting at h/3 above the base. We already studied in mechanics of solid triangle force, or sorry, in triangular action force acting on h/3 height. This is the same Pressure diagram, as we discussed, the retaining wall should stay satisfied the following stability condition, in which stability against overturning, stability, stability against sliding, maximum pressure at base would not be exceed a bearing capacity of soil, no tension at base, in which first stability against overturning. As per IAS 456-2000, clause number 20.1, the factor of safety against overturning should not be less than 1.5, 1.4 in case where dead load provides the restoring moment only 0.9 times the characteristic load shall be considered. Hence, the equation of factor of safety is equal to what now restoring moment divided by overturning moment must not be greater than or equal to 1.4 is equal to mr divided by mr mg mo. Mr means resisting moment and mo is overturning moment not greater than or equal to 1.55. Factor of safety should be more than 1.55 where restoring moment at tau is equal to W1 into X1 plus W2 into X2 plus W3 into X3 plus infinite. As same overturning moment is PA into H by 3. Restoring moment is totally depend on the weight of different types of material and the center point of that material field. That's why in that W and X are considered when it's about overturning moment. The active earth pressure are calculated and height divided by 3. For retaining wall cantilever, h by 3 is the main point where maximum pressure are caused. That's why it is taken as active earth pressure P. Also, overturning is responsible from the material side, not the self component of a retaining wall. Next point, stability against sliding. The total active earth pressure PAH acting horizontally on the wall tries to slide the retaining wall away from the backfill. This is resisting by friction force developed between the soil and base of the wall. As per IAS 456-2000, factor of safety against sliding should not be less than 1.4 in this case. Also, 0.9 times characteristic dead load shall be taken into account. That's why same equation apply. Factor of safety is equal to zero point 0.9 resisting force divided by sliding force. Here overturning moment is replaced by sliding force. Less or greater or equal to 1.4. Sliding force is equal to horizontal component of PA into PHA, sorry, is equal to PAH. Resisting force is equal to friction force at base mu into summation of all weight of material, sorry, or components, where mu is equal to coefficient of friction is equal to tan phi. Phi is the angle of internal friction of soil. In absence of elaborate test, the following value of mu may be adopted. So we didn't want to take any extra value of mu. For coarse granite soil without silt, mu is equal to 0.55. Coarse grain soil with silt, mu is equal to 0.55. Only silt, mu is equal to 0.35. It be noted that passive earth pressure is not taken into account while calculating the resisting to sliding, as it possible that the soil on top may be removed for construction purpose. Shear key. Shear key is a very important part when it is talk about sliding. Sometimes it is not that much possible for resist slide. In that case, necessarily provide shear key. In the case of backfill with surcharge, the active earth pressure are relatively high and consequently the required factor of safety against sliding cannot be achieved by friction at the base alone. In such case, it is advantage to provide a shear key projecting below the base slab shown in below figure, which we saw. Steam, toe, heel, and shear key. The shear key along with toe develop a passive resistance equal to passive pressure is equal to 1 half Kp into gamma into H1 square. H1 means the from the height which shear key provided. Now, the factor of safety against sliding may be calculated as different calculation like F is equal to mu into gamma summation of W plus Pp divided by PAH does not greater than or equal to 1.55. Now, maximum pressure at base and no tension. Let summation of W is equal to sum of vertical forces, Pa is equal to horizontal active earth pressure, net moment at toe, resisting moment minus overturning moment. Resisting moment we have W1 into X1 plus W2 into X2 plus W3 into X3 minus PA into H by 3. Let X bar is equal to distance of point of application of rest resultant from toe. Now summation of W into X bar is equal to net moment at toe. So X bar is equal to net moment at toe divided by summation of W. Hence eccentricity E is equal to B by 2 minus X bar. Consider 1 meter length of wall and basic width equal to B. Base area is equal to B into 1. Section modulus Z is equal to 1 into B square divided by 6. That's why section modulus is considered as B square divided by 6. The intensity of soil pressure at toe. Maximum for pressure maximum summation of W divided by area plus summation of moment divided by modulus. That's why put the values of each component summation of W divided by B plus summation of M divided by B square divided by 6, in which summation of M is equal to summation of W into E is equal to moment at the center line of base. From we from all that process we get maximum pressure summation of W divided by B in bracket 1 plus 6E divided by 2 close bracket at toe and minimum pressure at heel. Each equation is summation of W divided by B in bracket 1 minus 6E divided by B. P maximum should not exceed shape bearing capacity of soil. For no tension, P minimum should not be negative. The limiting value of eccentricity E for zero pressure at heel can be obtained as P minimum is equal to summation of B summation of W divided by B in bracket 1 minus 6E divided by B close bracket is equal to 0. Therefore, E is equal to B by 6. This means that no tension at base E less than B by 6. For example, the position of resulting should be within middle third of the base. This is known as middle third rule. Middle third rule. Toe of retaining wall, heel of retaining wall, pressure from the retaining wall, total pressure of weight of all element is also called horizontal pressure and reaction of all that pressure. That's why it's considered as middle third rule. Example of retaining wall. In next lecture we are going to explain example.